everybody, my name is Lucy and welcome to my channel. Today I'm joined by a special guest. This is Reese. He's my flatmate. He has not been in my videos for a very long time actually.
I think the last time I did your makeup.
Oh my god, that was like a year ago.
I'd watch it again, I think, because I think I could do it better this time.
Okay, also if you haven't watched that video, I'll link it in the card, so make sure to check that. Let us know. Or give it a thumbs up to let us know.
Yeah, okay.
So today we're actually doing a very different video to that, and we thought we'd do a video on BTEC versus A-level, because I did A-levels.
I did BTEC.
And we both had very different experiences, and we're very different people when it comes to education, so we thought it'd be good to give two different views, because I don't want to give my opinion on BTEC when I've not done it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? As always, these are just our opinions and our experiences, and we just want to help you guys out. Maybe if you're about to go to like sixth form and you're trying to decide if you want to do a BTEC or you want to do A-levels and you're looking to go into musical theatre, you can see our experiences and maybe decide, like help you decide what would be the right path for you to take.
Yeah.
So I have written some questions and I sent them to Reese, and we both made some notes on them. So we're just going to go through each question, discuss both of our experiences, and hopefully help you guys out a bit. So the first question is, why did we choose like to do BTEC or A-level? Do you want to go first?
Yeah. So I chose BTEC for several reasons. I wasn't a huge fan of school when I was at school. It wasn't the right kind of environment for me to be in. And I know that I learn better in a more practical way. So for me, doing A-levels and having, you know, I knew it was important to have some form of qualification. So I didn't want to just, you know, I wanted to go to a course where there was some kind of theoretical aspect, but the foundation of it was practical. Yeah,
for sure.
Rather than it being the foundation being academic and a little bit of something of practical. Yeah. I knew that I'd be able to work better, and actually probably I'd be able to learn more in a more practical setting. So that's why I chose to do BTEC. Yeah,
whereas I'm the complete opposite. And also I think you were very set on you 100% wanted to do dance.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've wanted to come to Erdang since I came out of the womb. So I knew I wanted to do it,
Whereas I wasn't 100% sure. And obviously when you do BTEC, you think you just choose one main subject. So you kind of have to be quite sure on what you want to do.
Definitely.
Whereas I had literally no idea. I also loved school and I really enjoyed the academic side of school and I enjoyed learning all the stuff. So A-level was a good option for me because it gave me a choice in my aspect, because I could go and do maths if I wanted to, which I considered at one point. I could have gone to do history. I did end up doing musical theatre, but I still had that as an option for me, which was super important.
I definitely think that if you are doing a BTEC, because obviously you can, at some colleges and sixth forms, you can do a BTEC and also do an A-level. Yeah. So for instance, I know my friend did a BTEC in dance like I did, and also did A-level history, and is now doing A-level history at university. So she did a BTEC, but also did an A-level with her BTEC. So that option is also there if it's something you want to also want to do the practical and do A-level. There are loads of colleges out there that are for that, so I definitely would look if that's something you're interested in.
Yeah, it's also just about finding what's the right option for you. Like for me, I knew that I had no idea what I wanted to do, so I needed that option. And also I could still go to uni and do a real degree, as in not musical theatre degree. Like I could go and do history or something in the future if I wanted to, because I have my A-levels as a sort of backup plan, you could say. Yeah. But whereas BTEC, you still have a qualification, which is, I think we both would really push for. You should get a qualification of some description.
Oh my gosh, most definitely. I think as well, like I think there's a lot of schmuck sometimes about BTEC, because there's like a weird like levelling of where A-levels and BTECs are, and actually it's the qualification that's right for you at the end of the day. And you know,
they're not comparable.
If I really wanted to go and do something afterwards, I'd go to night school
do
and do it. 100%. Do you know what I mean? Like there is never not an option to do something.
Definitely. You know what I mean? So the next one is, where do we go to do it? This is obviously just a really quick one. I went to sixth form, but not like, I know in the UK you have like sixth form colleges. Yeah. I didn't do that. My sixth form was like part of a full school, so I actually only moved to that school.
Some of them are part of full schools. So you have like a full school and then you move up into sixth form. Yeah, so that was the kind of thing that I did. I did actually move school for sixth form, but it was like a full school that you could have been there since year 7. Yeah. And I went to Birmingham Ormiston Academy, which was obviously in Birmingham, but it's short for BOA, so if you hear people talk about that, shout out to all my BOA lovers.
There's about 7 million people from BOA at Erdang.
we love the BOA.
Next is about the subjects that we did. Do you want to talk about what you did?
So, on the BTEC, I mean, it kind of varies.
Was it a BTEC dance?
Yeah, so I did the full qualification. I had to look this up, and I looked up all my stats and everything.
Oh, did you?
So I got a BTEC level 3 in extended diploma in performing arts, dance.
Oh,
so that's the official title. And I also looked up, for those of you who are interested, so you don't have to look at yourself, it is worth 168 UCAS points. If you get the highest qualification you can get, which I got.
Oh, go on.
Stop there. I got a triple distinction star, which was worth 168 UCAS points. So if that is something you're looking into, that you need to go, you want to apply to a performing arts school, but you want to do a degree, and you have to get a few UCAS points, triple D star, the highest, is worth 168, which is enough for you to do a degree.
Yeah, for sure.
Degree. So I did dance, and that covered, practically wise, covered contemporary, tap, physical theatre, jazz, ballet, street. So like your foundations, basically. And then we also did theoretical studies, which was you would learn about the contextual history of dances and performances.
Which is stuff we do at Erdang.
Which is stuff we do at Erdang now, which has been really helpful actually. Considering I struggle, like I know I struggle with academia, it's been really helpful having that BTEC history to help me. And then we also did like choreography, which is a massive thing for me because that's like what I'm into. So yeah, it's a huge variety of course.
For me, I did like very mainstream A-levels. My school was very academic. I went to Dubai College, I don't think I mentioned that. So I did maths, history and drama, and then I did an AS in French. So very academic, doesn't really relate to what I'm doing now, but I have got them. I mean, not really.
Yeah, okay.
But but I've got them and I'm glad I did them, and I loved maths and history like so much. I'm such a nerd. Drama was my least favourite of my A-levels, which doesn't really make sense.
Isn't it?
But so much of drama was not acting. It's a lot of theory and stuff that just wasn't really my thing. But maths and history I absolutely loved. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was how we found it juggling with auditions. So mine's quite simple. I didn't audition during my A-levels. As I said, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I've done a whole video on that about like how I ended up going to drama school, which I will link down below for you. But basically I only sent video auditions for foundation courses because one, when I decided I wanted to audition, all degree courses were closed. And two, I was literally just about to start my A-levels and I know myself there was no way I could be flying from Dubai to London to audition for drama school while trying to do my A-levels at the same time. It was hard enough already. I did not need that stress on top of it. Yeah,
whereas for me, so obviously I was doing, in my last year of BOA, and there was a lot of stress in the last year of BOA. So I had to deal with balancing the theory side of a BTEC and trying to train as a dancer so that I was good enough to put, because there's a lot of things as well about people are worried about what they present, but actually if you're just presenting the best version of yourself, but I didn't want to let myself down by not presenting the best version of myself. So I did a lot of work outside of BOA. If you're doing a BTEC and it's not musical theatre, please go and get yourself a singing lesson and find someone like who's got some acting experience. I'm very fortunate that my dad is an actor, so I ran my monologue with him quite a lot of times. And also did the pre-audition course. That was a massive thing for me.
I have a whole video on that as well.
Go watch that. That was a massissive thing for me. Make sure you source your own training if you are on a dance BTEC, if you're on a music theatre.
And same for A-level as well, because obviously there was only one person in my year at school that was auditioning for drama school, which is my friend Izzy, who's now in 3rd year at Arts Ed. So obviously we had to get training outside of school because we were doing academic work. Now I thought we'd just talk about like the pros and cons, so basically anything we've not covered yet. So for me, I found the pros of A-levels, as I've said, for me it gave me options, which was always what my mum and dad really wanted for me and what I wanted for myself. And also I like that I know in the back of my head, if I want to go back and do history and become a lawyer, I can do that, and I still have that choice, which was something that was super important to me. Also, a massive pro was I loved my subjects, and I think you have to enjoy what you're doing. A-levels are hard, I'm not gonna lie, they are challenging, but if you enjoy the subjects that you're doing, then it's gonna be good and you're gonna want to work hard and do well.
The pros for me were, I obviously said that struggle with the academic side of things. However, because I was doing a BTEC in dance, the theory side of it became a lot easier because I was writing about something that I enjoyed. I was writing about something that I was passionate about. You know, it was stress, don't get me wrong, it was, the workload was quite a lot sometimes, but I had to, there was no excuse. I couldn't do the excuse of like, oh, I don't like this anyway, because I really enjoyed it. So I just suck it up and got on with it, because I really did enjoy learning it. I also think one of the biggest pros is that you are with people that are of the same ilk of what you want to go into.
Now, if there were any cons, so for me, I'd say a con would be that it didn't prepare me for drama school, but then I prepared myself by going to do a foundation. So I think I would really recommend, especially if you've done academic A-levels and then you want to go to drama school, take a year to do a foundation and like process what it's like to do full-time training, because it's so different to going, I went to a place called Diverse. I literally went to Diverse like 5 times a week, so obviously I was training a lot, but it's so different to training after school to training full-time.
Yeah, it's so different.
And also people would say it's probably a con because the subjects that I studied I'm not going to use. But for me, I felt like I needed them as a backup plan. So yeah, like as much as yes, I don't use my A-level maths and history on a day-to-day basis, it's still, I'm glad that I learned it. And so much of A-levels is the skills of learning rather than
writing essays.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So like it has helped me when I come to Erdang, because for me, I find writing essays all right because I wrote 7 million essays during A-level history.
Yeah, and I think for me, a con would be that the expectation of a BTEC and a degree, there is quite a big jump. So I think for me it came as a bit of a shock to the system when I came to do a degree, and I was very used to writing, we wrote essays all the time at Burr, and a similar kind of word length as well, but it was all a bit more chunky and bitty. Rather than the same all that sort of stuff. So I think that for me is a little bit of a con. Like writing essays is, you know, a little bit harder for me, but that's also a very personal thing for me. So actually if you're doing a BTEC and doing theories like really easy for you, then
you'll be fine.
You'll be absolutely fine. I also think a con was that I think for me, having friends, like I said, having friends who are dancers is amazing and I enjoy it. I think for me, obviously, like having like home friends who were just like going to normal uni, and like I have my squad at home and I have all my friends at home. They are definitely what I'm going to tell them. I have all of them at home, but I missed seeing them quite a lot.
And would there be anything that you would change if you were to go back and like before you decided to do BTEC, anything you would change, or are you happy with everything you did?
See, this is a difficult one because I have obviously come to Erdang and found a newfound love for musical theatre. So obviously I still want to be a dancer completely, I still want to work commercially, I want to choreograph commercially, but I have found an absolute love for musical theatre. So I wish I'd done a bit more of knowing, I wish I'd known earlier that the schools I wanted to go to focused a little bit more on musical theatre now. If you're doing a dance BTEC or anything, if you want to apply to schools such as Erdang, Lane, all of those, just get some knowledge in you. Listen to musical theatre soundtracks, that's all it is. It's just listening to them, noting who's produced, like who's written them, who's done that. It's the tiniest things like that, and it will just make your journey a lot easier. Yeah, definitely.
I'd say for me, the only thing I would change, which is probably what people wouldn't expect, is I wouldn't have done A-level drama. Obviously, this is my opinion. I'm sure people have done A-level drama and loved it.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
me, I don't think it's that useful. If you're doing A-level drama because you love drama at school, amazing, do it. But if you're doing A-level drama because you think it's going to help you in a career in musical theatre, it really is not geared towards that, I didn't find.
No.
And yeah, I think that is it for this video. Is there anything else you need to say?
No, I just think it's a really important choice to make at 16 years of age.
But also don't forget that if you've done, like we both took such different paths and we're at the same destination. That sounds so weird, but
so true.
Like we literally could not have done more different paths and we've ended up at the same place. So because you go and do academic A-levels doesn't mean you're going to go to Cambridge and do maths.
Yeah.
Just because you do BTEC doesn't
not
mean
you're gonna
end up doing musical theatre. Like,
God, no.
life has a weird way of working itself out. As always, like, please message me on Instagram if you guys have any questions. My Instagram will be down below, and I'll put Reese's down below if you have
about
BTEC questions that I won't be able to answer. Then please send them to him.
Do not send me any questions about it.
Yeah, so that's it for this video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it and you want to see Reese back on my channel sooner than a year.
Yeah, please.
And as always, if there's any videos you want, please let me know in the comments. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye!
Bye.